Hi everybody, welcome to your daily tarot reading. This is for Friday the 11th of August. It's really nice to be with you. I am using one of my favorite decks, which is the Cosmic Tarot. Some of you call this the Hollywood Tarot. I just think I associate it with the never-ending story. It's just very over the top. It's kind of kitschy and camp, and that's why I love this deck so much. You still get the messages, but you can have a little bit of fun with the characters while you're reading the messages, which is always good to have a bit of fun. So let's see what's coming up on Friday, the 11th, for you. Okay, so we have the Fool in reverse. Always good to have a Fool in reverse. Then we have the Princess of Pentacles and we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so that's really great. The Fool, this way around, is the number 0. It can be, some people put it at the beginning of the major arcana, the way I do, Fool, then the Magician, then the High Priestess, and so on. Some people see it as being at the end. So after the World, the Fool comes in and it's a never-ending cycle. So the Fool is about conceiving a new idea and then getting started with it without planning anything and just following the idea without looking at any of the practical considerations. So the Fool is a dreamer. He conceives this wonderful notion. He's responsible for other people. He's got a dog, okay? So his foolishness does have an impact. If he falls off the cliff, who's going to feed the dog? So his foolishness does have a negative impact on other people. But the great thing about the Fool is that he innovates and he brings new ideas and new insights, which is what we need. If everything just stayed the same, it would get very boring. This is in reverse, so there aren't any kind of major daydreams going on. You're not taking reckless action which is just based on a whim. What you're actually doing is you're working at something and you're training to become more proficient and effective in something that you're doing already. So you're on a path that you're already on. I don't see any major changes to that path. I see that the Princess of Pentacles is a court card. Lots of different tarot decks changed the court cards. Originally it's the pages, then it's the knights, and then it's the king and queens. These kind of decks, they include princesses and princes, which are like knights, okay? They're the ones who are managing the energy and trying to get a handle on it. So in this case, this is a passionate woman, you know? She likes food and she loves sex and she loves traveling. She's a sensual, sexual, alive kind of female. She's passionate, she's powerful, she loves beautiful things, and she loves life. But then she's also got this pentacle badge, which really means that what she focuses on, she's kind of a hedonist almost, because what she focuses on is, you know, the pleasures of the physical world and enjoying herself and experiencing the joys. But if you look in the background there, do you see that little Capricorn? So Earth, the suit of Pentacles is Earth, okay? And in astrology, Capricorn is Earth as well. So she's not just a hedonist, she also works, she's disciplined, and she realizes that if she wants to get to the top of the mountain, she's going to have to scale it herself. So she works hard, she's very ambitious, she doesn't expect life to provide for her and give her things on a silver platter just because she exists, which kind of she should do a little bit, because, you know, we all deserve good things but just because we exist. I think a lot of us forget about that. The Creator put us here for a reason, and the Creator is love. So we're here for a reason, not just to suffer every day pointlessly, but to progress and to achieve something. So on this day, you're on the right path, okay? You're on the right track. You're working towards something that is a joy, and you can really get to the top of the mountain that you want to. And it's also a good day to check in with yourself. If you're working at something that you absolutely despise, then it's like, this is what the energy actually could be like. You know, you could be working at something that you absolutely love, and that's like a celebration and a total joy, and that's total fulfillment and pleasure in your life. So if you're totally off base with this, and if you find yourself doing the same mundane thing over and over again, it's a dead-end job. You feel like you can never get to the top, but it's a fixed income, and you're unhappy, but at least you know what you're getting every month. Then you should, if you're in that situation, then you really ought to turn the fool around and look at your new ideas, your new the possibilities that are available to you, so that you can stop this and that you can reclaim your passion and go in a different direction. So if you're unhappy today, you need to act the fool a little bit and be somewhat irresponsible and say, I hate this job, I need to get out of it. And okay, I might not bring in an income for 2 months, but at least I'll be out of this job. So it goes both ways. If you like your job and if you're happy, realize that it will take you places and you can achieve great things today. If not, then things need to change and you need to make the changes. Ultimately, we have the Four of Wands. It's my favorite card in the deck. Usually it's 2 wands like that and then 2 wands like that. It looks like 1111 on a digital clock. But here what they've done is they've put 4 of Wands and they've put some kind of yoga lady in the middle. Apparently that is the 4 of Wands is a wedding and it's celebration and it's joy. I think the guy who designed this deck must have really enjoyed yoga because he's put a yoga person there. So that's his ideal of happiness. You know, we all have different things that make us happy. This guy is called Norbert Löscher, so he enjoys yoga. Okay, so the 4 of Wands is a new chapter in your life. It is a celebration, it's success, it's happiness, it's victory, and it's doing well and moving into a really positive period in your life and being in a positive period of your life. The 4 of Wands, 4 is security and solidity and structure and things being good and stable and long-term and solid. It's a really annoying dog that just started barking super loudly. Okay, so basically, if you do feel like you're on the right track, keep doing what you're doing. You'll have a happy surprise via your working life. Either you'll get some good news, or you'll really do something that you enjoy, or there may be more money involved, or some sort of opportunity opens up. If you're someone who's in a job, no more barking, that's good. If you are in a job you do not like, then it's really up to you to think again about what you can potentially do. And if you think again, you too will have a positive outcome. You'll be able to walk through that doorway into a new area of your life and make changes to your working life. So whatever situation you're in, it's really, really a positive day for both parties, the people who love their jobs and the people who don't love their jobs, to really make positive changes and to move into a period that's much more positive. If you're retired, what is it that you're doing that you really enjoy? And what can that lead to? Retirement doesn't mean that it's finished and over. You really still have passions. And if anything, you have more passions than the rest of us, because you've lived life and you've, through a process of elimination, you've really seen what works for you and what doesn't. So use your experience to do something wonderful and get yourself to the top of whatever goal you set to yourself. You know, you have to look to the future regardless of what age you are. If we look at the back, at the past, there's no growth there. It's done with. So look at what you enjoy. If there's nothing you enjoy, and you're like my granddad, when he was, I mean, I was young, so I didn't really understand him so much when he died, but he retired. He was I think he was a Latin teacher. He was like an academic or something. And when he retired, he sat at home in front of the TV and did nothing and became very lethargic, and it was just over for him. And I thought that was so sad. You know, this major intellect and this great mind, and then it's just over. So I really don't believe in kind of retirement as a the old system of you have to work in a job that you despise for 40 years and then you get the reward of being retired at the end of it. I think it's much better to work at a job your whole life that you truly enjoy and that's a passion. And then that cliche of, you know, if you love your job, you never work another day in your life. It's so true. And then you don't have to wait for retirement as this big goal and achievement, because you can continue to grow and do what you enjoy. So all of you have the potential and possibility to really either change things around so you can be on the right track, or you can enjoy the confirmation that you're doing the right thing and expect good things to come your way. 0, 1, 4 is 5. 5, this process today leads to personal freedom when it comes to your finances and your career and vocation. You can really liberate yourself by doing the things that you love and enjoy. If you'd like some help with that, if you find this whole process and kind of connecting with yourself really difficult, if you'd like to have a private reading with me, then please get in touch via the website, because the tarot and astrology readings do exactly that. They give you the insights that you already have within you, but sometimes, you know, things happen and our purpose becomes obscured and it becomes difficult to discern and figure out, and that's why sometimes we need outside help. And that's what the astrology and tarot can do. So I draw up your birth chart by looking at your place of birth, date of birth, time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can either use sunrise or I can rectify your chart to discover what the time of birth is. I also use the tarot in my readings along with the numerology, so I have a really nice in-depth overview. We can have a look at what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, weaknesses, strengths, what's coming up in future by your progress chart and your transits, what the best area for you to live is. Really, any question that you've got, you can throw at these divination systems and the answers appear. That is why I just love what I do so much, and I feel so blessed that I found it, because it's such a great system and it's so helpful. So I hope you have a wonderful day and you do find that personal freedom for yourself. If you would like a private reading, then go to the website. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and to also like the video. I discovered that liking the video and subscribing actually helps the videos be discovered, and then that widens the audience. So if you want to help me, please do that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.